Alrighty, here we are. Now, yesterday you worked on doing adding integers with different signs, and we were using counters to model that. And for some of you, that's the way that's going to make sense. For other people, doing a different method of doing the same kind of problems might connect and make more sense too. I want you to be able to model both of them and then decide which way you prefer to make sense for you. So today we're going to tackle the same topic, but we're going to be using number lines instead of, let me get this going, instead of tackling it with counters. All right. So you can decide right now. You're going to have some number lines in your book. And we also have ones when you get to the practice problems that you'll do in your assignment. In each of your tubs on the table, I have some laminated sheets with number lines, so you can kind of use those as a guide as well. All right. But for right now, what I want you to do is grab something to write with, and I need you to grab your textbook. Okay. And I want you to get open to the beginning of chapter 1, section 2 here. And as I'm looking, it looks like that is page 13. Okay, so page 13, I'm going to get my ink on here. And we'll step through this method. And then as you practice this one compared to yesterday, you get to decide which one you like better. All right, cool. All right, Walter's here by my side. And he's just kind of sleepy and tired and hanging out. I don't know if I can show him to you or not. We'll see if you can see him. He's kind of sleeping down there. It's kind of late, so I think he's tired. All right, so on page 13, here we go. Now, the thing that you have to get used to is when you're on a number line and you model things, everything that's positive is going to move in the direction to the right. That goes this way. Whenever you have a negative number, when we deal with negatives, we move to the left. Okay? So let's take a look at what we've got here. This first example is just some positive numbers like we've done before. And what I want to do is really start right here at this example with asking you to model 4 plus negative 3. Now, they kind of jump right to 4, but I always like to start at 0. So I'll put a big hash mark right there at 0, and we've got to travel to the right 4 because 4 is a positive number. Okay, so there's our first move. Now it says add negative 3. So what we have to do is take what we've got from the 4, and we're going to move negative 3. But negative means to move to the left. So we start here, and now we have to go backwards 3 units. Okay, 4 to the right, then go 3 back to the left. So when I look at that, I am landing exactly at positive 1. Boom. Let's model another one. Letter B says negative 7. So I'm going to start here at 0 and go back here to negative 7. All right. Then what we're going to do is it says I'm going to add positive 5. So what I need to do from this point is now come back to the right 5 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's where I end up stopping. And that's exactly, okay, so I start at negative 7. I move 5 units to the right, or in the positive direction, I guess, is the thing we're looking for there. And I land at negative 2. There you go. Look at example C. It says, will you model 6 plus negative 6? So I'm going to start at 0. Positive 6, so I got to zoom to the right, 6 units. Here we go. Okay, that was 6 units in a positive direction. Now it says add negative 6. So at this point, what we have to do, negative means coming back to the left. So starting from here, I have to go back 6 units. And look at there, you end right up back at 0. So to kind of write this out a little bit in step by step and in words, we start at 6. Then we're going to move 6 units to the left, or in other words, in the negative direction. And that gets me right back at 0, which makes sense because 6 and negative 6 are what we call opposites, or another word, synonym for opposites is additive inverse, because when you add it, you end up back at 0. Okay? Look at this reflect question here. It says make a prediction for the sum of negative 2 plus 2. Okay? Well, I think that's pretty close. You know it's going to be 0 because they're exact opposites. So it says explain it. So we could say 2 and negative 2 are opposites. Or if you want to use the term additive inverse, you can. It does ask you to draw it, even though you can probably even see it faster just by doing the mental math. We start at negative 2, stop, and then we change directions because we had positive 2, which is to the right, and we land right back at 2. There you go. Okay, so far so good. So really what I need you to think of is that we're moving back and forth and back and forth and back and forth with these numbers. So here's what I'd like you to do in your assignment today. And like I said, I've given you this number line that you can use as some practice. What I want you to do, and it looks like this is pages 18 here. On this page, I want you to do problems 1 through 4. And then when you get down here to this section, I want you to start doing the evens. 10, 12, 14. Then you're going to move to the next page. Okay, you're going to do all of these evens. Okay, keep scrolling. This assignment goes on here a ways. Here's 28 and 30. Those are both positives. And then finally, when you turn this last page, there are 2 more on here, 32 and 34. And by the way, I love, love, love these higher order thinking questions. They're very, very good. Okay, so just to re-evaluate here, we're going from pages 18 to 20. And your assignment is to do those first 4 problems in the guided practice, 1 through 4. And then when you get to question 10, you're going to continue on from 10 to 34 and just do the evens. All right? Excellent. Good luck. Use your number lines. Don't use a calculator. It's good for your brain. And as always, may the force be with you.